Good evening, everybody. Welcome to FANBOYS Unleashed. I'm excited. We have week 3 of the NFL approaching, a whole slate of games to talk about, and whatever you guys want to talk about in the NFL chat. Might be a quick episode, might not be. We'll talk about anything you guys want. Let's talk some NFL football right after this intro. Give me just a moment. Found it. See you in a second. Hey there, everybody. It's Mr. First Down, your favorite Titans fan, and I am happy to welcome you to FANBOYS Unleashed, your one-stop shop for NFL talk, especially for you Titans fans out there. I'm happy to be here. Week 3, everybody. Week 3 has just snuck up on us, and storylines abound in the NFL. They always will. We have stories about, I think I'm going to start with the Chicago Bears. This Caleb Williams and thing. Ben Johnson at a press conference saying they certainly don't practice like a championship team. He seems a little pedoed at his team, and I don't blame him. I know he really wanted that Detroit game. You could tell he really wanted it. And the fact that Detroit just absolutely dunked the ball on them is just – it had to be rough. I feel sorry for Chicago Bears fans. It's just like, if this keeps up, it's only week 2, but if this keeps up, Caleb Williams will be heading to Bust Town. And I'd be curious if Ben Johnson wants to put up with him another year or so. It should be really interesting. I would like to think that maybe they want Ben Johnson in a little bit more of a leadership role or something. And if he could convince leadership there to say, hey, like, this is what I'm trying to do, and I can't do it with this quarterback over here. Sports Addict Network, he's got great stuff. He ain't so bad for a Colts fan. Hey there, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well this Friday. I hope you all are. Time for me to grab a Dr. Pepper from the Dr. Pepper fridge that is over here. I want to show it someday, I guess. And I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday night. Good luck Sunday. Good luck. I'm going to need it, but it's fun developing players and not having good depth. It's actually not fun. It stinks. It totally stinks. But hey, look at you guys. Daniel Jones. Who saw that coming? Nobody's hand should be up. I don't care. I called it. It was my dark horse take, but I didn't really believe it. It was a dark horse take, just some take that you threw against the wall that might be true, long shot kind of thing. And I said it. I said it on Updog. I'll have to find the chat. Updog Sports. They are terrific. They're a very good podcast. You should check them out. I hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. We've made it here. I hope you guys don't have to work the weekend or anything like that. I certainly don't. I'm off to Chattanooga, Tennessee tomorrow for a birthday party, and I cannot be happier. Chattanooga is such a beautiful part of Tennessee. I suggest you check it out. But yeah, we look at the Bears situation there, and I just don't know. Like, if Caleb Williams is not the guy, I wonder what the next step is. Is Ben Johnson push for more power or something along those lines? I'd be very curious to know what the next step for the Bears are if Caleb Williams isn't the guy. Love watching Alec Iomanner on the field. Yeah, we are more than happy to be able to draft another wide receiver that's worth anything. Hopefully they don't trade him off or something for stupid. But he's at least with us for 3 years, so I'll take it. I hope he does well. It'd be nice to have another passing option. But anyway, we move around to the other games here. This is the end of the tush push, right, guys? I think this year is probably going to do it. I imagine that Eagles game, the next Eagles game, is going to be highly watched, we'll say, by the NFL officiating crew. We'll be watching for a lot of false starts, a lot of ineligible men down the field, all these kinds of things. The tush push, I think, is going to read, that it died this year. So it seems like people have finally had enough with it. I personally didn't feel any other which way about it. If it was truly a disadvantage, then it should be gone. But I get if people want it to stay. I get it. Chiefs are speaking of the Eagles. Chiefs are 0-2. 0-2. Crazy. There are people that are calling him dead already and everything. I'm not ready to say that. I can't believe they're going to lose that division until I see them lose that division. I've been wanting the Chargers or somebody to step up for a while now, and it hasn't happened. So I'll believe the Chiefs lose when I see it. Tight up to you too, Two Tone Productions. He's a great follow on Twitter for all you Titans fans out there. He's got some wonderful artwork. You should totally check him out. Two Tone Productions. He does a great job. And if you're a Titans fan, you want to join his Discord community, I highly suggest it. I'm there. They put up with me, I should say. But anyway, what else have we learned from week 2? Anybody got any other suggestions anywhere? We learned that Russell Wilson's deep pass is still effective. We learned that the Cowboys offense and the Giants offense is able to rack up some offensive yardage. We learned that the Cowboys kicker can kick it from anywhere and still make it in. Nuts. Mr. First Down is the best as well. Well, thank you, bud. I certainly try. I'll put it to you that way. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I work hard at it, man. I work hard at it. But yeah, that was my favorite game last week. The Giants and Cowboys. It turned out to be such a spectacle. I did not see that coming. I did not have that on my bingo card. Oh man, what a game though! What an absolute game. We had a slew of injuries in week 2. We've lost Joe Burrow until probably December, which is crazy to think about. That Bengals team is in trouble. It's not that I hate Browning, though. I think Browning's going to win a couple of games, but yikes. The fact that he threw so many interceptions and the Jaguars didn't beat him, wow, that's a whole other thing, the Jags. But the Jags are also playing the Texans, and they always play the Texans pretty close. They would have won last year had they not done something stupid. So, ladies and gentlemen, one of the best podcasters I know. He's calm. He's steady. He's one of the only Cowboys fans I love. He is Alan Perales. I got to ask Sam, you're an SEC guy. Are Auburn fans always this delusional? Yes, sir. Yes, they are. That's just who they are. They never recovered from Cam Newton. They still have it. They live in the same state as another college team that won a crap ton, 7 national championships. So yeah, they've got a complex. Okay, they've got a bit of a complex. They're not as crazy as Ole Miss though. Ole Miss is Looney Tunes as far as I'm concerned. Yikes. Anyway, yeah, college football on Saturday, pros on Sunday. Oh, man, it's what you live for, isn't it? If you're like a football fan, I live for this time of year. It's so much fun. So much fun. We move on. Let's see, what else? Alan, what did you learn in week 2 while you're here? Don't pick your Cowboys. I already picked them, so pick something else. We're talking about injuries. Joe Burrow down until December, which is crazy. Bad turf toe, had to have surgery. We have a Jalen Daniels has got a sprained knee or something like that. He's out. We have the quarterback for the Jets, whose name eludes me at the moment. He's out with a concussion. The list is getting a little crazy here, and that's just like some of the quarterbacks. We've got guys like the right side of my offensive line is just all of a sudden gone because everybody got injured. Though I think Zeitler is playing, so that will help. Justin Fields, thank you, Vivan Trent. I hope you're doing well. Nice polo in that picture. Justin Fields. I'm so shocked about that. Let's see. What did Allen learn from week 2? To me, Baker is that guy as long as he's healthy, never count Tampa Bay out. No, 100%. I was really disappointed in the Texans offense that game. They still haven't found what's working yet. And I know. They have a bad O-line just like a lot of us do in the league and whatnot. That's the thing about this NFL season is trying to find – it's been this way for a little bit, seasons. Trying to find good offensive linemen. A lot of these guys are having to learn on the road. It's like the quarterback market. The quarterback market is so bad, and the offensive line market is also so bad. These guys are not peaking – and hopefully they peak in year 2 or year 3. because they're all just getting kind of thrust in there and hoping they can do it. I don't know. Something happened in college to where these offensive linemen coming out are not as ready as we would like them to be. So it's all crazy. You're just trying to hope that you can put a decent protection together for your quarterback back there, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. We're definitely not getting it. I'll tell you that much. And to come to think of it, Joe Burrow hasn't had it in so long, and I think that's frustrating to me because Brian Callahan comes from the Bengals, and they haven't had a good O-line even when he was there. So I would like to do some all-22 film research, and I would like to see if there are quick passes just not being doled out, because that's what they did with Joe Burrow. He just gets the ball out of there, but he's still sacked a million times. Vyman Trent says, I want to see potentially Skronsky at left tackle, keeping JC at right tackle when returns, and slide Slater to right guard, since inside offensive line's a lot easier to find. It doesn't work. We have yet to find a quality left tackle. That's 100% true. I think if something like that happens, though, it'll be down the line. Some people have made the argument, including offensive linemen that have played the game, that sometimes it takes a second to gel. But, how long do you give them time to gel? You know what I mean? I know it's also week 2. We have to keep that in mind. This is week 2. We are now in week 3. But it's still the beginning of the season. These guys got to gel if they're going to gel quick. If not, I'm with Vibe and Trent. Try to push some guys around there. Mike McDonald's on borrowed time, not a matter of if, but when. Yeah, I agree. It's gone messy down in there in Miami. Mike McDaniel looked like he was just not involved in the game. Pretty sure he called out Tua in his press conference, too. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign at all. Usually you want to handle those things behind closed doors between teammates and coaches and stuff like that. He's doing it out in public. Probably not a good sign. Nope, not a good sign at all. That was a closer game. I thought it would be, and I was shocked. I was still shocked I made that call, and I was shocked that it wouldn't happen. But, man, the way Tua stared down that receiver, just way too easy to be picked off there. So, yeah, Mike McDaniel's gone for sure. Brian Callahan's probably gone if something doesn't turn around here. Does anybody think of any other coach that might be sent to the curve? Let me know in the comments down below if you can think of another coach. Let's see. I think Tua is the problem, not McDaniel. Very much so, but McDaniel did throw his chips in with Tua. Like it or not, a lot of these guys, you get the quarterback and you're tied at the hip together. It's like GM and coach are usually tied at the hip together too. Lack of gelling is a determined factor in making Dan Moore look like a negative, like he has negative brain powers. Really disappointed Dan Moore. Yeah, I know. They the stats, whatever, but it made sense. I wish they hadn't paid him so much, but I guarantee you there's an out in that contract. They'll have an out on him. Yeah, it's just what it is. They're tied together. He has spoken for Tua so many times, it's hard not to see them together. I guarantee you they asked him, hey, we're going to pay Tua, make him a high-paid quarterback, and he said, let's do it. There's also the other problem, though, that the quarterback market, like I said earlier, is so terrible that a lot of these teams are just throwing in with some guy in hopes that it all comes together and building around them. So I always come into this kind of mind game, and I love talking football and thinking about it and everything like that. But I always look at it like people are like, the quarterback needs 3 years. I'm not giving Will Levis 3 years, nor should anybody give Will Levis 3 years. I don't believe so. That's a lot of time to spend on a QB if you know he's really bad. I always wonder, how much time do you give a quarterback, really? I mean, you're paying him all this money. I think the Jags have an out with T-Law next year, and that situation is just rough. Tua and T-Law haven't played well up to their contracts at all. But I do think the teams were smart enough to get an out in there somewhere. Maybe that's next year. Maybe we look into Vibe Trip with some good questions. Thank you for that, by the way. I appreciate that. Maybe we look into a college OC or something more successful to lure them here with a talent promotion. Maybe. You're definitely going to need, I think, more new school than old school. You're going to have to find a way to get through these young guys, whatever. It's kind of like Bones on special teams. That guy's always been a good special teams coach, no matter where he is. He has found a way to adapt his coaching to that. Some guys have a lot of trouble with that. And sometimes they go to different teams and everything works. It's just bizarre. That's how the league is, though. Alan says, if we're talking college, Kansas State was overhyped, picked by many in the Big 12, and would be 0-4 if North Dakota remembered how to cover the flat. Yeah. Kansas State, man, I remember all the smack talk. I was doing a TikTok live, and the Kansas State fans were full meltdown that game. Not the North Dakota game, but you know what I mean. They did so much smack talk that when it finally came to cash it in, they didn't have much to say at all. I like Denard transitioning to HC, NF4, and OC. I want a Shanahan type style guy that moves guys around a lot, make the defense think via motion gadget plays. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that. I just hope they don't have the attitude Shanahan has. He has a reputation for being an absolute jerk, but if wins come. He's an interesting coach. It seems like he has like a couple of stinker years, then he has like some great years. He has stinker years. It's really interesting. If we lose this game, Callahan might get fired. I don't know. Maybe not. I have to figure out, because there's two philosophies. There's not really a wrong answer. There's plenty of reason to fire him, and there's plenty of reason to keep him aboard, even if it's just till the end of the year. Some guys are proposing that he just plays out the end of this year and they let him go, and they could honestly do that. They don't have the talent on this team to be crazy successful, and that's a problem. Consequences, like, they made the right decision to hit the reset button. Make no doubt about it. They hit the reset button and they had to. But when you do, you really are starting all over. So Vrabel has already won a game. Yeah. Oh, he'll haunt us forever. Just imagine when we play him. I am not looking forward to that. Drake May looks like a guy, though. I'll give him that. He couldn't find a quarterback while he was with us. And Drake May falls in his lap, and it looks like he might be the guy. So, more power to him. Oh, man. Yeah, I wish Mike Vrabel was still here too, but, he's not. So there's plenty of coaches out there, just waiting. You just got to find him. If Callahan is not the guy. It's not my place to say or not to say. Once again, we are in week 2, but I do kind of feel in my gut, my logical side is fighting against it, but my gut says that you really, really, really need to win this game Sunday. And if you lose, it can't be by a million. He has a lot of injury issues, and that's certainly a red flag. I'll give you that. Vrabel did that too. Likely sign of gritty style head coach, for better or worse, because it always doesn't work out. Yeah, no, it's Vrabel pushed the guys really, really hard. And if you remember, Trent, there were guys that left the team that pretty much just hated the guy, hated it. He ran it like a freaking boot camp at times, even the vets and everything. And some guys really took to it. Jeffrey, Taylor Lewan, Ben Jones, the center, Logan Ryan took to it really well. Kevin Byard took to it really well. But they also had people that left the team that pretty much saying it's, put you through the ringer. And let's not forget that one year, I think it was 2020, where we went through, 90 players on that roster? 90 players. That's crazy. And I doubt he's changed his style very much. Oh, that Dr. Pepper just hits different sometimes. I'm excited for Sunday. I'm always excited. I got to enjoy these things. I've waited all year for a season. I just like last season. It was not a lot of fun, but I still went to every game. I still had a good time. You just got to enjoy the ups and downs, you know what I mean? And you don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time left in that stadium. I mean, 2 years from now, we're out. We're in the new one. So I just try to enjoy my time there. Try to watch football. Try not to overthink it, though. I do love football, and I do love overthinking it. I may be biased as the only Duke football fan you've ever seen. I've seen another but he's in the military off on a submarine somewhere. So, but you're number 2, Trent. You're the second one I've met. I don't know if you guys are ever going to see each other and one of you, like 2 men enter, 1 man leave kind of thing. I may be biased as the only Duke football fan you've ever seen, but Vincent Anthony Jr. through 3 weeks has looked great other than puzzling defense. Could be a solid mid-round pick. I'll have to look it up. Duke football, Vincent Anthony Jr. I will take a look-see just for you. I will do that for you, Trent. You seem like a smart fella. Can't wait to meet you and Scoob and everybody Sunday, bro. Absolutely. This is my daughter's first game. I'm bringing one of the twin girls with me, so it should be exciting. 4 years old, and we're going to our first Titans game. Hope she's excited. I might have to leave early depending on how she acts, but we'll find out together. Oh Lordy, trying to think. Has anybody got anything else from week 2 that kind of shocked you or anything like that? I can't really think of much. You know what though? I'm really, really disappointed in the Carolina Panthers. I really thought those last 8 games last year that they kind of turned a corner and they were going to be hungry walking into the season. Now it looks like they've just regressed horribly. And boy, I hate that because they were such a good story. I really wanted them to work out. Tighten up to you too, Two-Tone Productions. You the man. He and Chandler Rivers, projected first-round cornerback, are only 2 consistent players so far this year on Duke's defense. Good to know. Chandler Rivers is no relation to Phillip Rivers, right? Didn't he play he played for North Carolina, so, yeah, your enemy. Yeah, you don't want that. Indiana Jones is playing well so far. Take the QB out of New York and he'll flourish. Boy, the Giants have the worst luck. I mean, the absolute worst luck. They just let go of people and it, backfires no matter what. There is no escape. It's man. By the way, speaking of people that should have cleaned house, I just saw a post that said Brian Dable's seat's hot. And I'm like, that thing should have been hot 2 years ago. I don't get it. I really don't. Giants could be a lot better right now, I think, if they didn't have is it Shung? I don't remember. Their GM and head coach. They should be gone. I also think Miami should have cleaned out last year too. Danny Dimes' success tears me apart as both a Titans and Duke fan. I understand, Trent. I understand. I'm the guy as a Volunteers fan to sit there and hope that Joe Milton somehow takes the ball away from Dak Prescott and leads the Cowboys back to the glory days. Steelers already scouting John May. Is it Mateer? Guess they don't trust their current QB room. Rodgers is old, probably got a foot out the door, I would think. I think teams are still warming up, like a lot of rookies still coming together. A lot of teams have people fooled right now. It very well could be. I thought Taylor Zarzour, our new play-by-play guy. By the way, this Sunday they are retiring Mike Keith. They're putting him in the Ring of Honor, retiring. They're putting him in the Ring of Honor. So that's going to be great to see Mike out there again. Wonderful guy. But the Taylor Zarzour said it best. He goes, you are trying to win games with a roster that has already got problems, and you added a bunch of rookies to it, and you're trying to develop players, and you're trying to win games and such with a bad roster. So that's a tall order, and that's one reason I don't know if they're ready to fire Callahan or not, especially the toilet seagulls. Oh boy, the shade is being thrown. We have a shade alert. Shade alert. I wouldn't trust Rodgers either. Ayahuasca's the Rodgers. Oh, you don't want to go on a darkness retreat, Trent? It's very eye-opening, I think Rodgers did well because nobody wants to give him credit because everybody wants to believe Rodgers is just a god amongst men or whatever. But I think Arthur Smith helped Rodgers out a lot that first game. I like Arthur. I know a lot of people don't, and I get it, but I think Arthur, with the right QB in place, can do a lot of good things. He can do a lot of good things. Maybe he's just one of those guys that's not a head coach, but he's a good offensive coordinator. I don't know. Always liked Arthur, though. I've met him a couple times. Super nice guy. He remembered who I was, and I saw him months and months apart from each other. So we're going to handle Daniel Jones this Sunday. I hope so, bud. A win would feel so good. A win would feel so good. But either way, I super fan here, so I'm there. And they will punt. That'll be our great victory. They punted. We got them, boys. We got them. Steelers have just invested with Satan to make sure they're in the playoffs somehow. Any other team, Rodgers goes back to being mid. You're probably right. Mike Tomlin has made some crazy deal, some Faustian deal with Satan. It wouldn't surprise me. They have found a lot of success, but really, it's all in good fun because hey, I gotta hand it to Tomlin. That guy's just a fantastic coach. So, other than our games, our team's games, what game are you most looking forward to in Week 3? What games are you most looking forward to? The ones you really, really think are going to be good. What do you want to see in Week 3? Mine. Detroit and the Ravens. Detroit won with the cast down Tucker field goal from a million yards away last time they played. I would be very curious if they don't still remember that. I'm sure they do. Somehow Tomlin would win with me and you and the rest of the discourse. Yeah, Trent? Are you hiking the ball? Let me hike the ball. I'll just get run over. Commanders and Mariota. Yep. We're going to see Mariota out there again. I don't know. Hey, that's a subject. Chiefs, Giants, Sunday Night Football. Boy, the Chiefs can't go 0-3. They just can't. If they do, can you imagine? Oh, my gosh. The weeping and gnashing of teeth. Chris Collinsworth probably openly weeping and complaining about the Giants the whole time because pretty boy Mahomes is taken away, and we know how much Collinsworth loves these guys. I'll never forget how he groaned over Ben Roethlisberger, everything he did. The flying Hawaiian back in action. Yeah, he is. He'll have a chance to prove himself once again. I'm not a huge fan of Marcus. I think he's a great person, probably the best person ever, but his kind of playing style is nah. Broncos Chargers should be a good game too. Oh yeah, this is like if you're watching the Chiefs kind of implode here, one of those two should be the guy that steps up. The Raiders are nowhere near ready. So Broncos or Chargers, I think it would be Chargers, only because I think Bo Nix has entered some sort of slump here. The more tried and true guy is Herbert there. So, which I find funny. I find it so odd because I hate Greg Roman as an offensive coordinator. I hate him, and his style of play is not like, it's just not like it. Doesn't seem like it would fit Herbert. But so far, so good. What do I know? Thoughts on bringing back Tannehill as either a backup or a coaching capacity if he were to be interested? I have no problem with him being a coach, but I think his time here is done as a player. I think it's done as a player total. We had all these quarterbacks go down, and he never showed up. I thought for sure he would be in a Minnesota Vikings jersey last year. Never saw him. Never happened. So I think his playing days are done. If he wanted to come back as a coach, I'd be okay with it. He'll have to work his way up from quality coach to something else, but I wouldn't hate that. Chargers winning 3 straight division games gives them a leg up on everyone else. Oh, man, yeah, it does. They had that roster that schedule starting out with a lot of division games packed in there. Usually, I'm so used to seeing division games all pushed into the end of the year. So, good for the Chargers being ready for it, getting it done, though. Because, we were all thinking, sitting here going, Chargers going to Charger. They haven't chargered yet. So, if they win those division games, though, man, that's going to be hard time to catch up with him. Hard time. So, good Dr. Pepper. Anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me. We're at the 30-minute mark. If anybody's got anything else to talk about, we can go ahead and jump in it and chat. I'm just happy to buy is a little later this year. Yeah, me too, Trent. Lord have mercy. What was it, like week 4 or 5, maybe 6 last year? I don't remember. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. It was so bad. Quentin Johnston remembered how to catch a football. He did. He did. Oh, you guys are funny. You got jokes. We all got jokes today. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. All right. Well, I got you guys' attention here. So while I'm here, let's do a little yes, yes, no, no, shall we? I didn't take down your comment. If the draft were tomorrow, you're going edge or wide receiver. I'm going edge, but I'm a big defensive guy. I love defensive line. I love edge rushers. I'm going edge there. I think it's kind of shifting that way anyway. Now that people are starting to run the football again. So I'll go edge there. But wait, welcome to Yes, Yes, No, No, okay? So, all right, guys, so the whole point is I'm going to talk about fandom, okay, and the do's and don'ts. Hot girl. You're interested. She's interested in you. But she wears a team's jersey that you absolutely despise. Are you still going to date her? Is it going to be just call it quits during the football season? Super hot girl. She's into you. You're into her. Can you do it? Yes. Okay. All right. Hey, I like it. I like the answer. I'm about it. I could do it too. Considering my wife was a Colts fan when I met her. Yeah, I could definitely do it. So, trying to think of anybody else have any questions there. Yeah. Super hot girl. She's into you. You're into her, but she loves the other team. What's your answer? Can she talk trash? If no, then buy it. If not, bring it. Yeah, Trent wants he needs the aggressiveness. He needs it. I like it. I'll be damned if I ever date an Eagles fan. But Alan, what if it's one of your favorite your goth women that you love so much that you were obsessed with back in high school? Like, what if she looks like Rhea Ripley? You know what I mean? I love competition. Those bets are going to get really crazy during football season, I bet. Or a Texas fan. Ooh, Alan, but those girls that go to Texas are so hot and blonde. But I'm sorry, you're not into that. You're not into actual women. You're into goth girls. I'm so sad being a goth girl. Alan likes goth girls, guys. He can't help himself. I don't know why he does, but I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, so number two, ladies and gentlemen. What if you're driving down a highway and well, hold on a second. I'm going to need a Bible, a bottle of tequila, and a lot of Mexican food. You have no choice. It is unavoidable, Alan. It is your destiny. See, I like A.J. Brown, support him. So the worst option is Texans, Colts, Saints, or Cowboys. I'm going to get that. I'm not a big fan of the Saints. I every time they've come into Nissan Stadium, they've been just awful. So I get it. So you're driving down the highway. And you see a motorist has stopped and there's not a gas station in sight or whatever, you should help him. It's the right thing to do. But he's got the opposite team's jersey. What do you do? You're going to leave him stranded out there? Huh? Or is goodwill going to prevail? Are we not going to shout down the better angels of our nature? Will you help that man? Alan, will you help that man in the Eagles jersey get out? Hop in the car with you. Trent, are you going to help? Two-Tone Productions, are you going to help? Let me know. I'll help him. I'll get him to the next gas station, but that's a quiet car ride. I'll tell you that. We speak of this to no one kind of thing. Oh, Lordy. I will help him and give him a number of a good therapist. These answers are great. I've been waiting for these answers on this segment for a while. Joe, got to get rid of that jersey first and then request monetary compensation. Trent, buddy. I like how Trent's mind works. He's a sharp fella. That's funny. Oh, man. Y'all are a trip. Okay. Okay. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good show. Look, we got 35 minutes in. Unless anybody wants to talk about anything else, I'm gonna get off here and watch some SmackDown. Go back and watch it, I should say. I've always seen some clips, so I know of some things that are going to happen. But I'm ready to watch some wrestling and get started on my weekend here. I will be back on Sunday night to recap the Titans game. And then I'll be on probably a plethora of other podcasts coming up in the week. Oh, work is a killer right now. We're moving factories. We're literally moving from a factory that's 275,000 square feet to a factory that's like 875,000 square feet. So it's a lot, but I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm forklift certified, so I ought to make it. But I appreciate you all watching this Friday, taking a little time here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful evening. I look forward to college football tomorrow. I'm sure you do. I look forward to NFL games on Sunday. I'm sure we all do. I will see you guys next Friday, and of course, shorts, videos, and everything like that. Oh, here we go. What's your ceiling floor for potential for Alec Ironmayer, Gunnar Helm, or Aladejo? Aladejo, we really need Aladejo to work. I really need him as a edge rusher to work. Um, if he can get to like 4 sacks this year, maybe take a bigger leap next year, that'd be great. Alec, I would love to be just a very solid wide receiver. He doesn't have to be great. He doesn't have to be A.J. Brown, but just a solid wide receiver would be great. Gunnar Helm, I want to be an absolute superstar because I absolutely love Gunnar Helm at tight end. I do. I will see you guys later too. Everybody take care. Make sure you get some sleep. Enjoy your time with people. Be kind to each other. And I will see you guys next Friday for another episode of Fanboys Unleashed. You can catch me on the Discord too. You can tweet at me at Mr. First Down. I hope I've earned a like and a thumbs up. Hasta luego to you too, Mr. Trent. Y'all have a wonderful evening. I will see y'all later.